Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are
How are
you?
you? I'm very well. Thank you for joining me for coffee today. So,
Thank
for
you. Yeah,
anyone who doesn't know, can you explain a bit about who you are, what you do?
of course. So my name is Radwan. I cheat. It's a long name, but most people call me just Rado. It's short. I'm a dancer.
Mhm.
Um, I I'm a professional dancer. I'm a speaker, so I do a lot of speaking engagements. Performer. I'm a teacher, also doing a lot of different workshops, and whether it's with lectures or dancing, all kinds of stuff. I'm also creative entrepreneur, and I work a lot with governments and youth here in my city or in the Netherlands. And yes, I live life, and that's cool. But yeah, as you can say, like I am a performer. That's my main job, and currently in this situation where we're in, it's a bit hard to do the performance life. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of stuck and bound at home right now.
Yeah. Just before we carry on with that train of thought, for anyone who doesn't know, I'm just going to casual brag about Rado because he did an amazing TED Talk. And I'm going to link it so that you all watch it because you should check it out. And you can also see him
Thank you.
dance a little bit at the end, and it's amazing. So,
Thank you.
back to back to the topic.
Thank you.
Yeah, dance right now. I was really excited to talk to you because you seem all of your career, things that you do, all are really performative and in person. And dance is not something that people can necessarily easily just like, I'll just move that online and carry on working. Like, how are you dealing with this situation? And have you had ups and downs? And what have been kind of the phases of you dealing with this?
Yeah, well, I had so my schedule is always kind of crazy and kind of hectic. I travel a lot, and I do shows all over the world. And actually, from March, April, May, June was supposed to be a crazy hectic period. I had some really big performances. So I was asked to do the opening performance for the Eurovision Song Festival, which was held in Rotterdam. Yeah, and I was the opening act for the second semifinal.
Ah,
So that got canceled, and like before that, and then 2 days after the Eurovision, I was supposed to do the closing ceremonies for the Invictus Games from Prince Harry. It's
yeah.
really a really good initiative. But the cool thing is I was doing a solo performance, and I was supposed to do a solo piece together with a quite amazing band called Coldplay, and I was supposed to perform with them.
Wow!
So
No, you're joking. Oh
yeah,
my
and
gosh.
then I was supposed to travel a lot, like go to
Yeah.
Japan 2 times, to Hong Kong, to Norway, all kinds of stuff, and
Yeah.
like within the days, like cancellations came in, and it was such a bummer to open your email. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, every email I got was like another cancellation. I was like, oh no, where is this going to?
Yeah.
So I was disappointed, of course, because I love my job and I love the work I'm doing.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't know, like from like you're like on top, like on 100, and then you go to a zero like really quick,
Yeah.
and that is like really a like a mental game. Like, how do you
Yeah.
deal with that? And I've had like similar situations in my life, like growing up with a disability, like a lot of setbacks, going into doctor's visits and uh, having to be disappointed by a certain situation that I had to deal with. So I know how to kind of deal with like setbacks or something. So when this came in, I just know that I have to be the one that needs to deal with it, kind of, like how to embrace a situation like this and just think like, okay, but how can I just not let that go like to my head, but how can I change this situation and kind of like make it work for me. So that's what I tried to do. Like the first thing that it hit me, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna let that stop me, you know. So
Yeah.
I'm really not a big fan of online, and like doing dance performances online is not like, it's the magic of a performance has to be in person. And
Yeah.
of course there's great initiatives and stuff being done online, but it's not something that I really like to do.
Can I,
So I
that's,
just went back into the studio.
yeah. Can I just stop you there for just a second? Because
Yeah.
I think this is something that a lot of people are, because I come from a theater background. I mean, I do film
Okay.
as well, but I come from like Shakespeare. And there's a lot, we're like bombarded right now with do it online, do it online, do it online. And there are a few
Yeah.
people now that are like, guys, I can't. It's not the same. Sorry. I won't compromise myself that much to do this thing online. I'll just wait and then I'll do it properly when I can. And I
Yeah.
feel like that's something that not a lot of, that's sort of a message that not a lot of people are kind of taking. Everyone, there's so much pressure to like move online, let's do it virtual, you know. And so how did you, can I just ask what was your kind of, did you have a thought process around that? Like, did you consider it and then decide not to? And what was the real reason you decided not to? Like, have you been getting pressure to do it? And I don't know, I'm really curious about that.
Yeah, it's exactly like you said. Like it's it's like not like you get like those questions from people like, oh, can you move it online? Can you do this? Can you do a presentation here? And I thought about it and I was like, it's, you know, I don't feel super comfortable doing it. And I know that's like kind of, it's like kind of a barrier that if you do it, it's okay. But I rather focus on myself right now. So
Yeah,
like I said, I just went into the studio and sometimes I did these moments for myself, like even though in my career too, I just take some time out. I just go in the studio and I'm gonna develop. And whenever I come out of this period, I will come back stronger. I will come back with new material. I will come back like kind of like an updated version. And I rather spend my energy and time on that so I can really excel and perform when things are getting back to normal and feel comfortable and connect with people on a normal scale. And I rather focus on that right now than to move everything online and jump on the train and like offer this class and offer that class. And you know, I think it's really good that people are doing it because it's
yeah,
necessary and it for sure helps a lot of people. But
yeah,
I think it just depends what kind of how comfortable you are doing it and how you're feeling about it. But for me also, like I think it's good to kind of take this time out. Like I was such on a rush, like doing crazy stuff like back to back,
yeah,
and now having the time to really develop on other skills and other aspects. I think it's not, you know, of course you don't choose for it, but when it happens you just need to deal with it.
yeah. Can I read? I was like a I always say I'm like the fangirl of websites because I go on everyone's websites and I'm like, oh my god, I'm such a fan. And so this morning I was on your website and oh my god, I'm such a
Cool.
fan. And I you had a quote on your website that I would like to read because I think it's really applicable for everyone in this situation, which is that you
Yeah.
say, I never let my situation take over my life. I took control of my situation. And I
Yeah.
love that you say that in kind of together with your idea now of taking control of your situation sometimes is as simple as I get to rest now and like chill.
Yeah.
That's I think a lot of people
Yeah.
consider taking control has to mean being super 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 productive and like put yourself out there and take control, you know, but taking control can also
Yeah.
just be like what do I need now? This,
Yeah.
you know?
Exactly. Unless, exactly, but as long as you just don't get crazy on it, because I
Yeah.
see a lot of people also losing their minds kind of in this period. They just don't know how to handle it. They don't know
Yeah.
um, like what to do, and like the control is gone, the structure is gone, and a lot of things that I think that helps then is just you know, like I said, like take control, but also having some discipline to do stuff and
Yeah.
knowing what you need at the moment, you know.
Yeah.
And a lot of people feel lost, but I think this is also the amazing time to figure out like who you are. Like a lot of companies and a lot of businesses, they spend millions of dollars on um, like projects to find out like who are you and what do you need. And I think like in times like this, when everything falls away, like what what's left over, that's just you, you know. How do you handle it? How do you structure yourself? Like it's the best way to just learn like who you are, because yeah, it's you that need to deal with it, you know. So
Yeah.
are you letting this get to you and just, you know, it takes away and everything, or are you just take action and you just do what you can, you know. And I think that this is the time right now to figure that out.
So
And I know also that like once things are going back to normal or something, we cannot just like continue doing it. Like for me, not like I have to like really um take all of this what happens with me in my performances, especially the speaking part and stuff, because
really, yeah.
it's a it's a life-changing thing kind of for people.
Yeah, it is
Mm.
completely. So if people watching this want to know more about you or support you in some way, where can they go and how can they do that?
Yeah, so of course my website that you checked out is iamrado.com. I'm actually changing it, so that's also the stuff that I'm doing
Cool.
right now in these times, and I'm building it completely from scratch. So I'm building it myself now.
Awesome.
Um,
New
yeah, so
skills,
I'm working.
learning new skills, website building.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
exactly. Like I'm not a designer. I'm not, you know, but I was like, okay, I'm just gonna build my website so I can
yeah.
also change it when things need to be changed, and I don't have to rely
Awesome.
on designers all the time, or you know,
Yeah.
or favors from friends. So yeah, just doing it myself.
But
So yeah, you
the
can check
address
out
going to be the
there.
same? Is the website
Yeah, yeah.
iamrado.com. Cool. I'll put that with
Yes,
the video.
that's still the same. And of course, on my social media, like right now, I am active with posting a lot of videos of me practicing, or I did some collaborations with some filmers that also, you know, are like free now. So we're like, okay, let's shoot
Out there.
something somewhere with the distance, you
Yeah.
know. So yeah, there's cool content coming there.
Sounds great. All of the links to those will be with this video for people to check you out. So,
Awesome.
yeah, it was really good talking to you. Thanks for having a coffee with me.
Same.
And
You. It was nice.
I'm going to follow you as well and check out those dance videos because what I saw was so awesome. So,
Thank you so
enjoy
much.
the rest of your day.
Thank you. You too. Have a good day.